Hey, what's up everybody? Rain here. Today I'm going to be doing a visual guide for the Steps of Faith, the newest trial in Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn as of patch 2.55, so let's jump right in. The objective of the Steps of Faith is to defeat Vishap before he breaches the Ark of the Worthy. This is an 8-player trial and my recommended formation is as follows. First, a main tank to grab Vishap and any adds throughout the entire fight. The off-tank to trigger the 3 Dragon Killer bombs on the towers across the arena. A main healer for general party healing, 1 off healer for Bertha operation and emergency healing, 1 off DPS for Bertha and supplemental DPS, and then 3 main DPS on Vishap at all times. The main abilities that Vishap will use are as follows. Sidewise Slice, his cannon killing ability, which is a conal AoE. Body Slam, another conal AoE that he uses to break gates whenever he approaches one of the 3 gates in the arena. And then Landwaster, his ultimate AoE, which will recast if you fail to hit him with the Dragon Killer bomb. This AoE is quite nasty and does a lot of damage, so you want to avoid it from going off at all costs. He also has a 4th ability called Underfoot, which will proc whenever you stand too close to his feet, dealing a few thousand damage and knocking you back. The main mechanics of this fight, aside from the tank managing the many adds that spawn, and the DPS dealing as absolutely much damage as possible to Vishap in the time allotted, are the Bertha operators and the off-tank. The Bertha operators will use their 3 abilities on their hotbar to damage Vishap, to slow Vishap, and to stun the enemies around Vishap. The first ability should pretty much be spammed, dealing as much damage as you can to Vishap before he comes and destroys your cannon. When he comes to destroy your cannon, if you are still on it when it detonates, it will do damage to you. So as soon as he starts charging up his cannon killing AoE ability, Sidewise Slice, I recommend you fall back to the next set of cannons. If there is not another set of cannons to fall back to for now, I recommend moving underneath of Vishap and damaging him as much as he can until he uses Body Slam enough to make his way to the next area, revealing more Berthas to you. Your third ability will be used 2 times for each new Bertha that you engage. I recommend using this ability on cooldown as soon as you can hit Vishap with it to slow his movement and buy you more time to shoot him, dealing as much damage as possible. And finally, the second ability on the hotbar is an AoE stun. When the tank has a lot of enemies on him, even though you want to be blasting these down as fast as possible, along with Vishap with your first ability, it might help to mitigate a good bit of damage if you go ahead and hit them with Spindly Finger, an AoE stun, just to give the healers a little breathing room, and also to stop the mobs from moving out of your ground-targeted blasts. Finally, after Vishap breaches the second gate, there will be a bunch of powder kegs in the center of the arena. Once Vishap approaches them, they will automatically detonate if protected from the adds. The Bertha operators will also have the responsibility of using the snares when Vishap begins charging up his Landwaster ultimate AoE ability. This is a column AoE that can be devastating, and even though you'll respawn immediately, dying will cost you a lot of TP and MP and can make the fight a real challenge, especially with the DPS loss for the downtime. This mechanic will only come into play after Vishap breaches the second gate and the first Dragon Killer bomb has been fired upon him. Once he begins charging Landwaster, the 2 Bertha operators will simply interact with the snares next to either of their cannons, interrupting his cast of Landwaster. This will also prevent him from dodging the Dragon Killer bomb during the third and second uses of it. The job of the off-tank here is, as Vishap approaches the towers on the side of the bridge, the off-tank will move to the top of those towers and be ready to fire the Dragon Killer bomb. For Tower 1, simply wait for Vishap to move into the red circle and then interact with the object to fire it upon him. For the second and third towers, the Bertha operators need to interact with the snares and interrupt his cast of Landwaster before you fire the Dragon Killer bomb. If you fire the Dragon Killer bomb before he has been snared, he will dodge the Dragon Killer bomb, saving 6% of his health from being washed off, and he will also begin to recast Landwaster, dealing an incredible amount of damage. While not operating the Dragon Killer bombs, the off-tank should be putting out as much DPS as possible on Vishap. Use your Limit Break 3 as soon as it's up, preferably a melee or caster Limit Break 3, and continue pumping as much DPS out as possible. As long as you keep the DPS up and everyone knows their role, this job should be over in no time. Congratulations on your victory, and please enjoy the rest of the new 2.55 storyline. I look forward to seeing you in Heaven's Ward.